Hey house guests, welcome to today's BB Can 6 updates and spoilers. Our house guest of the day is Devin Veering. Devin, what's up? Thank you so much for the support. We really appreciate it. And if you guys want to be house guest of the day, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. Alright, so yesterday was Easter. I don't think they gave them any sort of special Easter meal or celebration or what, which is crazy because I feel like they're freaking wiping their butts with special meals there, and they didn't even throw them an Easter bone. Like, what's the deal? I don't get it, but whatever. So anyway, when we left off, it's Ryan and Marion up on the block. We got a lot to talk about. So yesterday, okay, Paris and Allie were getting ready for the day in the bathroom. They're talking about who should go this week, and Allie is like, well, I'm worried that Ryan would put myself and Liv up on the block if he won HOH. So Paris jokes like, oh, I guess you guys don't have a final three then, because this rumor has been in existence and circulating around the house for weeks, and we know, like, no, they don't have a final three, but everybody's like, oh, what? So then Paris says now she's hearing from Ryan that she's in a final four with Will, Maddie, and Johnny, and Allie's just like, oh, he's always planning something. So then Paris leaves, and Allie is pissed. She's talking, like, to the cameras, and she's saying, Ryan, you can't keep your mouth shut. You gotta go. This is not okay. You told Paris about this. So apparently Allie was the one who told Ryan that. So Allie is fuming. She's talking to Liv in the red bedroom. She tells her about the conversation that she just had with Paris. And Allie's freaking out because, like I said, she's the one who told Ryan that there might be a final four with Paris, Maddie, Will, and Johnny. She says she never said that there's for sure a final four. She said there might be. So now he is gone and twisted her words. He's spreading this around the house, actually telling the people who are, like, supposedly involved in this alliance, and she's worried that she's going to be in big trouble if it gets out that she was the source of that rumor. So Liv is like, what are we going to tell Erica that he said? You know, we need to make something up. Because remember, at this point, Erica still wants Marin to go home over Ryan. So they still need to convince Erica that it should be Ryan going this week. So then Allie's like, all right, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to talk to Ryan. I'm going to try to get something out of him that I can work with, that I can twist a little bit or embellish for when I talk to Erica. So a little while later, Allie does talk to Ryan in the white bedroom, and Ryan's like, well, I'm feeling really good about the votes. I feel like enough people want me to stay this week that it's going to be fine, and then all the undecided people will probably just end up voting with the majority, so what do you know, it's probably going to be a clean sweep. So Allie's like, cool. She says she does want to keep him in this game, but she has something that she wants to talk about with him, and you could tell Ryan just, like, pooped in his diaper. I don't know. But she says, it's come back to me that you've mentioned to a few people that there's a final four with Paris, Maddie, Johnny, and Will. That's not what I said. So then Ryan is like, okay, that information did not come purely just from you. I've heard it from other people too, so don't worry about that. And Allie's like, are you sure? She wants to know, did you tell Johnny about this? Ryan kind of, like, struggles here. I'm not sure if he was just, like, legitimately having a hard time remembering what he talked about with Johnny, or if he was, like, trying to cover this up, because I don't think he said that to Johnny, but who freaking knows? Maybe he did. I don't know. But he's like, no, I did not. So then Allie is like, okay, well, I just don't want a repeat of that whole situation with Dayla that we had week freaking 2. So I feel like it's a similar thing, and I don't like it. So then Ryan's like, speaking of Dayla, why didn't they go up during the double eviction? Are you using them as a shield? Allie says, well, Dayla made a deal with us right before the double eviction, which is not true. And she says it was too early for us to take that risk and try to get them out. All right, Helen. So then Ryan brings up the triple, and he basically tells Allie, you should be taking Dayla out before the triple, because if they're still around and they win, they're going to target you. But at the same time, I feel like Ryan kind of contradicts himself, because he says that, like, any duos that are left are going to be targeted in the double eviction. So isn't he basically saying, like, you'll be safer if you keep them around? Because, like, if somebody who's not part of the triple, or who's not part of one of the duos wins, maybe, you know, there's a bigger, wider pool that they can pull from. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, you're like, no. So anyway, Ryan says, if you and Olivia do have that opportunity to take a shot at Dayla in the next 2 weeks and you don't do it, that's going to tell me that I'm expendable to you guys. I don't think they care about that because they're planning on you leaving this week. So anyway, Allie says that she wasn't really thinking about the triple. She's afraid to try to, you know, go after Dayla and miss because then they would be after her. So she asks him, who would you target if you win HOH? So Ryan says, you know what? It may come down to whoever gives me the best offer. Wrong answer. That is not a good answer. So he basically reaffirms that he would be targeting the duos. I guess he kind of says that he would go after Dayla and not Allie and Olivia, but like, dude, you gotta work on that. Way too cocky. Ugh. So then the feeds go down for a little bit, and I think it was for the Hasbro game house thing. You know, when they play a Hasbro game. So then later, Paris, Will, Johnny, and Olivia were in the white bedroom, and they're talking about, what do you know, Dayla. When are we going to take him out? Who's going to do it? So Olivia says, I think the triple would be the perfect time to take both of them out. We can get rid of them in one night. We don't have to worry about any repercussions. It'll be great. So Johnny's like, all right, but what if one of them wins HOH during the triple? Then they're both automatically into the final 5, and they can, like, alternate wins. Would they really, though? Until the final 2. So that would suck. So Will's like, well, we could just target them next week. That'd be great. They're nervous that Erica wouldn't be happy about that because she seems like she wants to keep the bigger targets in the house. Oh, you okay? Baby? Okay, he's okay. Erica wants to keep around big targets so that she's not the only big target floating around. But they're like, you know what? She's just going to have to trust that we will have her back. This would be great for us to split them up next week. So then Maddie comes in, and they start talking about this week's decision. They're annoyed that Ryan is so confident he's staying. Like, especially this thing that he said to Marin where he was basically like, yeah, you're gonna go home, but give it your all with that campaigning, man. They really don't like that. So Johnny is pushing for Marin to go. And Olivia's like, Marin cannot win a competition to save his life. But I guess he could be faking being an idiot. That is such an Olivia thing to say. She has, like, zero filter. It's insane. But Olivia says that she doesn't like Ryan's shit stirring. She's definitely more on the side that Ryan should go. Well, I wouldn't say definitely because she doesn't seem like she really cares. But Johnny keeps bringing up that everybody is going to go home against Marin up on the block. So he's got to go now. All right. Then Allie and Dayla make a pitch to Erica that Ryan should be the one going this week. Allie shares the whole thing about how Ryan twisted her words about that potential Final 4 with Paris, Maddie, Johnny, and Will. He was spreading it around. That's not cool. And they also talk about how Ryan is so confident he's staying. And this is a new one. This is true, by the way. He's also kind of like threatening people that he's going to be able to persuade the jury to vote how he wants. Does he really even believe that? I don't see people falling for his, like, in the jury house, but you never know. He is very convinced that he'll be able to do this. And people don't like being threatened. That's something that I've learned from watching this show for so long. So that's not sitting well with people. He was also saying that he's going to be, like, really bitter against, like, whoever sends him to the jury house. So Erica's like, wow, I hate that. He can go home. And she says, let's send him to jury first so he has plenty of time to think about his actions. Oh, snap. Okay, so also they're like, whoa, if Ryan wins HOH, he's going to target our group, and that sucks. We can't have that. So Erica says she's on board now for Ryan to go. They've done it. They've convinced her. But you know that's not the end. They're going to act like he's safe. because they want it to be a blind side. Okay, so then Paris and Erica were chatting in the HOH room, and Paris is all like, what are you thinking? Who do you want to go this week? Oh. And Erica shares that now, I mean, she said she doesn't really care, but she says now she would kind of like to see Ryan go. And she gives all the reasons, blah, 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 blah. And then Paris brings up the Final Four rumor that's now floating around. So she's like, I heard that Allie was the one who told Ryan that. So Erica is covering for Allie. She says, according to what Allie told me earlier, that's not what she said. That's not how it went down. You know that Ryan takes things and twists them. So Allie gets wind of this, and she's trying to clear things up with Paris in the catacombs. Do you guys notice they don't really hang out in the have-not room as much as they have in past seasons? I guess it like really sucks. So Allie is telling her side of the story, and she's like, I may have grouped the 4 names together, but I never said that you guys were Final Four. Come on. You're grouping 4 names together. Give me a break. So she says that she was trying to do damage control for herself and Liv after the double eviction. And she was also trying to kind of like distance them from Paris and Will and Johnny and all them. And then she says Ryan just took her words and spun them, so what are you gonna do? So Paris is like, oh yeah, I believe you, sure. Olivia comes in, they all chat for a bit, and then Allie and Liv leave, and Paris is talking to the camera, and she's just like, I don't trust them for a second. I see right through them. Allie's gotta go. You think you have me fooled, but no. Ooh. Alright, so then Erica and Johnny were chatting up in the HOH room, and I have to ask, how is it possible that Johnny has any fingernails left? Because I feel like every time I see him, he's like, it's crazy. Stop, don't do that to yourself. So they both say that they don't really give a crap about who goes this week. I don't know that that's really true, but they like saying it. So they're feeling a little bit weirded out by Allie lately. They feel like she's still with them, but they're starting to get a little bit nervous. So Johnny is like, it really doesn't make sense for us, like us two, to save Dayla for the triple eviction. And Erica agrees. She's like, yeah, it makes sense for Liv and Allie so that they're not like the huge targets going into it. But for us, like, we want to take out the big targets, so then we're just playing against like people who suck at competitions. So Johnny is like, okay, I need to ask you this. Do you, Allie, and Olivia have some sort of group of 5 with Dayla? Because he doesn't want to get screwed over, and he just like feels a little bit weird about it, so he wants to know. So Erica's like, what? No. She says that they're not close on a game level, they enjoy spending time together, but like, no, which is not true. Like, they do have a 5, it's just a question of like which group the girls are more loyal to. So anyway, Erica says that she thinks that the pairs are just using each other as shields for now, but like they're gonna go after each other eventually. Alright, so then Paris was talking to the cameras again, this time in the pantry. She really likes talking to those cameras. And it's just like, okay, I really want to root for Paris. I really do. But she's very frustrating to watch. So it was basically the same stuff about how her group is getting picked off. They're taking out their own numbers, and she's working with a bunch of spineless idiots. She's like, when is somebody going to take a shot? Why don't you do it? She says that she's been throwing competitions because she's scared that nobody will have her back if she makes a big move. Have you seen the show? Like, if you win the competition, people are gonna like try to make deals with you and stuff, so like just freaking do it. It just annoys me that she's like waiting for somebody else to make a big move, and she's not really putting in the full effort that she could be to get a group solidly together. So then she's saying that she would like Ryan to stay this week because he's more likely to do something for their group than Marin. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so anyway, Johnny was still, let's go back to the HOH room. Johnny is still talking about Dayla with Erica, Allie, and Olivia. He says Dayla has to go before the triple because it's too much of a gamble to keep them around. If they make it through the triple, they can just coast their way to the final 2. So Allie's like, that's great. However, I'm worried that myself and Liv will be the biggest targets in the double eviction if Dayla is not around. So Erica reminds her, if they're gone, we're going to be competing against people who have not done shit in any of these competitions. So check yourself. So then Johnny's like, yeah, this is perfect if we go after Dayla next week, because if one of them comes off the block, we can just put up Marin as a pawn, because he's been up on the block already so many times. Who freaking cares? Poor Marin. So then Allie and Olivia leave, and Johnny and Erica keep chatting. They're talking about going in the final two together. We've heard this a little bit before, but now they're like really talking about it more. But Johnny's like, I'm kind of nervous that you would dump me at the final three. And Erica's like, no, I'd love to sit beside you if we're like at the end together and have similar resumes. Like, if you played like a way better game than me, then no. But if we kind of did like the same thing, then absolutely. So then they're talking about how they want to bring in another strong person to the final three so that they're not tempted to drag a goat to the final two instead of each other. So they're like, well, we both love Olivia. That would be a badass final three. But Allie does not make the cut. They're a little bit nervous that Allie and Liv will turn on them at some point before they get to that final four. And they're definitely more nervous about Allie than Olivia. They feel like Allie hasn't really done anything yet. She's going to want to make a big move to put on her resume. That would definitely be huge. So they're like, whoa, we need to look out for her. And they decide that Allie should be the first one to go from their group when the time comes. But yeah, at this point, Erica says she's on board to take out Dayla next. Ideally, they want to see Kayla go first because obviously she's a bigger threat than Derek. Derek doesn't do anything. That's what it seems like anyway. But then, Olivia and Johnny have a pretty interesting chat in the HOH room. Johnny's like, I trust you so much. And Olivia's like, I have to tell you something. I want you to know that yes, Allie and I are working together, but we're not ride or die. Does Allie know that? Because I think she thinks that you are. But Olivia says, if Allie's up on the block with somebody and that other person is better for my game, I'm going to keep that other person. I will vote out Allie. So then she also says if Allie does something stupid, she's not going to rally behind her. She's going to like start distancing herself from Allie. So Johnny's like, yeah, I trust you and Erica way more than Allie. And then guess who walks in? Allie! Okay, so then more talk about Dayla. Johnny's asking Allie, if you win HOH, would you take a shot at Dayla? So Allie's like, if I win the next HOH, probably not. It's not good for my game. If I win the week after that, probably. If I win the week after that, 100%. Ooh, sorry, that's not the answer that Johnny's looking for. She does say, like, Johnny, if you win HOH and you want to take that shot, I will support you. But she says for her own personal game, she can't do it yet. It's just the timing is wrong. Ooh. So then Will comes in, and he's having a great time blowing bubbles from Erica's HOH basket. And they ask Will the same question. Would you go after Dayla if you win HOH? And he's like, yeah, do it if that's what you want. That wasn't a very good accent. But anyway, he's also like, you know what? We could go after Dayla this week. Johnny has the power of veto. He could use it on somebody. Erica puts up Derek or Kayla, and we get rid of them. And they're like, yeah, that's cool, but we're not doing that. They don't think that Erica would be down to do that this week. Also, Olivia says that she would rather see Ryan go first. Okay, so then a little while later, Allie and Olivia chat alone. They're kind of like regrouping here. Allie says, we will go up in the triple if Derek and Kayla are not here. Even if their own allies win, Allie is nervous that they will be in trouble because she's like, whoa, Erica and Johnny might want to make a big move. That would definitely be the time to do it. It's quick, it's painless or relatively painless. They might go after us if Derek and Kayla are gone. So then they're talking about throwing the next HOH, which I think is really dumb. But they're not prepared to make the big move that their alliance wants to make and go after Derek and Kayla. So they're like, no, we're just going to like let somebody else do whatever. We're not going to do it. I think that's bad because a lot of people are talking about putting them up. They're saying plus it'll be good for them if Dayla wins because then they can take out somebody that they wouldn't be able to take out themselves. You know what I mean? So just a little like insider info here. Dayla have been talking about putting up Johnny and Will if they win HOH, which I think would be really interesting. I'd like to kind of see both of those guys squirm a little bit. So anyway, last night, Johnny talked to Paris and Will separately, but I'm grouping these together because they're pretty similar conversations. And there was a lot of talk about targeting Dayla next. And both Paris and Will said that they're on board. I don't know if that was 100% sincere. But then Johnny was also spreading doubt about Allie, which I think he needs to be kind of careful about when he's talking to Will and Paris, because they could very easily turn around and share that with Allie. Like, I think they're closer with Johnny, but at the same time, they're not fully committed to that group of 6, so I would be very careful. But he's like, yeah, Allie needs to be the first out of our 6 to go. She sucks. So then we get another Paris monologue for the cameras, and we get a little bit more insight into what she's thinking, which changes every 5 minutes. She says that she feels more comfortable now taking a shot at Dayla now that she knows that Johnny wants the same thing. She says that Kayla just tried to make too many deals. She's really pissed about that. But WTF, honestly, I think it's really dumb for, like, Paris and Will and them and, like, Maddie to target Dayla, because wouldn't you want to, like, work with Dayla to take out the people who are actually good at competitions, like Erica, Allie, Olivia, and Johnny? Like, doesn't that make more sense, right? I mean, if they go after Dayla, they're just doing the other side's dirty work. They're just clearing the path for them. It doesn't make sense to me. But then again, you have to win competitions to do anything, right? Okay, so then today, Will was trying to convince Erica that Marin should go. So this is going back to Erica's original plan. So he's like, oh, Marin's targeting you. If Ryan stays, he would put up Dayla. I'm not sure how true all of this is. I think maybe Marin did say that he would put up Erica, which makes sense because she's already nominated him twice. And Erica's like, well, I don't have a problem keeping Ryan if that's true. I'm not sure, again, if she's just BSing or what, because she's very good at just, like, going along with things and being social. So this conversation was broken up by other people, so we didn't get to hear much more about that. But then Maddie was advising Ryan to tell Johnny and Erica that he would put up Dayla. She's like, yeah, just tell them what they want to hear. I mean, Ryan has been talking about going after the duos anyway, so she's telling him, you need to settle on Dayla as your targets and not Allie and Olivia. Like, that's going to sit well with more people. So Will and Maddie are definitely trying to work it so that Ryan will stay at this point. And then Maddie and Ryan, like, ripped one of the roses off the wall in the white bedroom because they thought that there was, like, a secret veto behind it. Okay. So then it was time for the power veto ceremony. Johnny did not use the veto, which means it's still Marin versus Ryan up on the block. And oh my god. Are Erica and Johnny flipping again? Ryan has gone on his tour as instructed, telling people that he would target Dayla. He apologized to Allie and Liv for any, like, animosity, weirdness, whatever. He told them he's not targeting them. I don't think they were happy about it because they don't want Ryan around. But it's sort of, like, working on Erica and Johnny because they were talking in the storage room and Erica's like, Johnny, it's better for both of us if Ryan stays. He trusts us 100%. And she thinks that Allie is threatened by Ryan because he sees right through her. She thinks that they're playing similar games. And Erica says, if it's a tie, she's going to keep Ryan. What? Okay, so they're, like, high-fiving. They're loving it. They're having a great time. Who knows how many more times they're going to flip and change their minds this week, right? There's 3 days left until the eviction. So prepare for a very frustrating week. Yay! Okay, so let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think that Ryan or Marin should go this week? I don't know. But until tomorrow, much love.